And I think we definitely got to highlight the fact that like VAR has been like the backbone of this joint, yo. Real talk. Like in terms of like consistency, helping to structure it,
organizing, yo.
organizing
I was told
it,
today, I saw you on
doing the
VAR's
clips.
podcast. I said, okay.
Yeah. I was actually, I was told the same not too long ago.
So it's Eddie King in the 5 Heartbeats. Oh man, VAR said ain't nobody to come to see you, Otis.
That is, you know that ain't on me. That is not on me.
VAR, Bobby Brown, and New Edition, man.
Word up.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna branch out on my own.
Oh, you
and then perform with y'all at the same time.
You're now tuned in.
You're now tuned in.
You are now tuned in.
You're now tuned in.
You are now tuned in
to the Juxtaposition Podcast.
Welcome to episode 47 of the Juxtaposition Podcast, aka the Extraordinary Nobodies, aka Four Hubbies and Impossible, aka the 5 Heartbeats, aka the Starting 5. We are here to celebrate our 1 year anniversary.
It's a
man.
1 year.
Oh man. A whole year. Let me remind y'all one more time. We are here to amplify the voice of the modern Black man. If you find yourself not being a Black man, that is okay.
You're welcome to stay.
You can stay. You just might not be amplified. I'm sorry about that. But the rules are very clear. Guys, we have made it to a year, man. How y'all feeling?
Good.
I feel great, man.
Feel good.
You know it's real when you get that Facebook post reminder.
Oh, you got it already?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
1 year ago post.
The black marble. Black marble background.
Yo, that black marble gonna be classic.
It is. Find that thing on Canva in 10 minutes. Like, let me just cook something up. What we should talk about is how, like, we didn't have no plan to start a podcast. I sent a text and I said, yo, let's start a business together. Kev was like, let's do a podcast. We was like, all right.
And boom.
I was like, yeah, I wanted to do shirts, but I really didn't want to split the profits with y'all, so we can
shut up. It all started with a text message.
Organically.
Yeah. We've been talking about this since we were in college, low key. We've been talking about
the fact
doing mail and enrichment network. You know,
yeah, they don't know about that, man. I still got them archives somewhere in the email.
All right.
I remember that.
So,
yeah, but Kev hit us with the like. There? Let's the archives. Where are the Devon? Where are the archives?
Somewhere at a BP or a Hess.
Where are the Ritz, Devon? Where are the Ritz?
Exxon on 130 somewhere.
Sorry about that. His family, you know, going through a little circumstance. So shout out to Devon and the Nelsons.
Yes, sending love, man. For sure. But getting back to the pod, like we literally hopped in. Some of y'all didn't even listen to podcasts. We just started like, let's just make it happen. And to see literally where we are 1 year from, you know, when we started, it's been a lot of progress, yo. Like it's been a lot of progress.
I'll even say we inspire some people. I'm not gonna say no names because they probably listening, but I see some people really like modeling how we move low key.
All of a sudden you see a little replica.
I see the little replica.
Okay.
You know, that's what they flattery is the most
imitations.
Imitation. Yep.
Best form flattery. There we go.
Yeah, man. Yo, and then
it's dope.
What was that stat you gave? You gave this stat. I don't know if you gave it on air if we were doing pre-show. It was like most new podcasts don't last past like 17 episodes.
Seven. Yeah.
7 episodes. We have 7.
I think 92% of podcasts don't reach episode 7.
That's wild.
That is crazy shit.
Yeah. And only 1% of podcasts are monetized. So like podcasting is popular, but it's still new. It's in its infancy, and like there's still so much to learn. And I feel like I feel honored that like we all kept consistency, yo. Like none of us never was like, nah, this ain't what are we going to do and how much bread we getting. Like, we just stayed down knowing that we're making a real impact. So I want to on air say thank y'all for continuing to show up each and every week, man, because people really, really fuck with the show.
I think also is just I think it's the crew. It's like putting the band back together, like some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like that's what it was. Like when you said it's like, yo, you know what? This is how we used to run the chat. This is how we used to run a lot of things together. You know what I mean? This is how we used to run on the court besides Cleveland when he decided to
wait a minute.
First, he was coaching.
He retired. Yeah, I was giving you your retirement. I wasn't exposing your mid-range.
I got a mean set shot.
Yeah.
Give me 4 seconds to shoot.
4 seconds.
Too bad the basketball ain't set.
So even no worry, they don't even let me shoot, so don't even worry about
it.
No,
James used to pull up for 3 at the top of the key.
James, come on the court. I got all 6 of mine. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know. We're going to intend to use all these this quarter.
Word up.
But yeah, man, I just really want to thank everybody who's listening and for tuning in each and every week. It's literally like the best thing ever to just hear that people resonate with us talking to our friends. We've known each other for at least 15 years. And just looking back, our first episode, y'all, was on vulnerability, yo. Like, we came out the gate on some
strong shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Which when you think about it, like, that's not something that's talked about to this day. It's only a year ago. But the fact that we came our first episode was about vulnerability for Black men to speak about the way that we spoke on the episode. It ain't great quality, but it's great content.
It's definitely great content.
It's upgraded these microphones, huh?
Just a little bit.
Oh boy!
Zoom, remember that choppiness when Zoom first was popping? How many times we had to restart? Like, dang, this nigga froze.
It's funny that James said we came out strong because, like, that's kind of like a juxtaposition in itself. Like, our first episode is on vulnerability, and we saying we coming out strong because that's not usually, like, you know what I mean? Black men being vulnerable isn't usually something we would
never talk about.
We don't like
for sure.
You know what I mean?
But before we really dive deep, it's a few things I want to like culminate. I'm going to ask y'all about how y'all weeks were, things of that nature. But before, I want people to hear this because, you know, sometimes people tune in for the first 15 minutes and like, you got your listen, I'm out. But what I do want to say is, like, I want to highlight like some things that I feel like y'all would be okay with to be put on air about y'all personal growth. The fact that, James, did you graduate and buy a house in a year?
Yes.
Crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, like that's the growth is ill. Like you know, the beautiful part about all this is that, like, we recorded it as it was happening. You know what I mean? You guys, Zoe just bought a house. You, James, also soon to be, you know what I mean? Like a
Pappy.
Father, bro.
Pappy. I'm the pappy.
That's all me. Yeah, James used all his files in that thing.
Clothesline.
Took all my shots.
Word up. Oakley foul that drink.
I'm playing all 48. But between that and then Kev going back to his hometown, really making an impact, big moves in the city, and that's just what he tells us. You know, he don't tell us everything.
Yeah.
So just knowing that he going back to the city, contributing, auditing the city on things that is passionate to him, major kudos to you, bro. So
and Kev hitting 1 year mark being married, because remember he was
it's March. That's true.
That shit was just like, all right, oh snap, Kev just got married. Like,
that's true. That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, times is flying, man. Times are flying. So, but it's good, man. The year flew by. I'm happy we're productive. That's just the most exciting part about it. We get to see and talk about it. It was great. Appreciate y'all for acknowledging that.
Of course. Then you got Big CEO with the home ownership in the new crib as we speak, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I moved in. I'm here.
Did anybody else help you? Or did you do it all by yourself?
No, I didn't. I know. I actually utilized my resources. So
okay.
I had brother Wendell You
couldn't get nobody younger?
Nah, I did. I actually did. So some of the young boys sent some people that might are window shopping fraternities, if you understand what that terminology means.
He said window shopping.
Yeah.
They had a Saturday. They were available on a Saturday.
Yes. And I had another friend from another organization send me his window shoppers as well.
You couldn't just say they were available? You just couldn't do it, huh? You just couldn't say they were available, huh? You just had to.
Because they window shopping the the different joints. So then my dad came, and then on my unload, Chris, James, my boy Sean, my boy Bobby, and then like my father-in-law, shout out to him. He got the truck, so saved me some U-Haul money.
There you go.
Okay.
Because he got it from his job, the big, like, I think he got, what size truck you think that was? Like 15
That shit was big as hell.
Yeah, it was huge. Yo, we fit everything.
That wasn't your typical 1999 U-Haul joint.
Nah.
that was like $49.99 plus $2.
That was at least $69.99.
Yeah.
That was at least.
For the free.
That's the big boy.
Yeah.
They don't even advertise that one.
Nah, that's when you moving state to state type joint. Yeah,
That's the joint you need. Nah, legit. I think you needed a CDL to drive that.
yeah, which he does.
For real.
Yeah. So
I want to ask more questions, but we celebrating and highlighting y'all. But and then we got my man Pulpit Poppy. Let me make sure I get him right, because sometimes I forget.
Hallelujah.
Make sure I get you right.
Coming.
You haven't relocated yet, but you are making strides to make that thing a reality, but a whole new gig, man. Like speaking about how you were last year, this time you were cool, but the level up, you are a pro. You are in the NBA of your field.
Yeah, man, it's been great. It's been a blessing, because last year I was cool, but I knew I was overworked. It was just a blessing, man.
But one thing we also can't forget.
Yeah, that's important too.
You might be overworked, and now you're overpaid too.
Hey, well, listen, I deserve a little bit of time of being overpaid.
I agree.
Just a little bit.
I agree.
go ahead, yo, Cleveland, just
that.
go like this and go scratch your ear and be like, I got a job. Go ahead, Tommy. You back in the world.
Nah, I got one, man. It's been great. I can't wait to relocate, man. I'm really looking to relocate and then actually starting to report to the campus and make some friends and make some connections, some network.
Are you gonna wait the full year? That are you just gonna?
Oh no, I'm waiting my full year.
Yeah, okay.
I rushed to move. I rushed to relocate the last position I had, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I had took my time a little bit. So I'm taking all the time that I
feel you. Yeah. You might want to, not to say that you aren't doing this anyway, but try to match those prices. I don't know if the prices are on their way up or if they're all the way up in the location you're about to move to. But I know they're going to be going up soon. They're going to be going up more once people around September. It's going to be worse.
Man. When stuff open.
Where he at, they open.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They never close, bro. It's like a joke. It's like, we never close.
Yeah. So. Well, can we give VAR his year recap? You know how
I was gonna breeze
yourself?
No, I wasn't going to highlight myself at all.
I'm like, yo,
why not?
He gonna throw it off the glass instead of waiting for a regular pass?
No, I wasn't. I was just gonna breeze by and get to how y'all weeks were.
Nah, we ain't breezing by the Batmobile you got out there.
Y'all are making money. I went ahead and spent money.
Batmobile, Pelotons.
You gotta make money.
New apartments.
You can't spend zero.
Peloton has been holding me down.
And I think we definitely got to highlight the fact that like VAR has been like the backbone of this joint, yo. Real talk. Like in terms of like consistency, helping to structure it,
organizing. I was
organizing.
told today. I saw you on VAR's podcast. I said, okay.
Yeah. I was actually. I was told the same not too long ago.
So it's Eddie King and the 5 Heartbeats.
Who said
these are the
Your
heartbeats?
man, Nick Young, man. He said, I see you guys got the podcast. I see you on VAR's podcast. I'm like,
Oh man, VAR said ain't nobody to come to see you, Otis.
That is, y'all know that ain't on me. That is not on me.
VAR be inboxing these people on the low. Yeah, y'all know it's really my shit.
VAR, Bobby Brown, and New Edition, man.
Word up.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna branch out on my own.
Oh, you
and then perform with y'all at the same time.
Oh shit.
Nah, nobody. I appreciate that, man. It's literally, this is the best part of the week connecting with y'all. The back end stuff is just a part of the process to kind of make sure we get our just due. But y'all continue to come in and deliver each and every week. Y'all got some one-liners, y'all got something to kind of offer. And also like my job is I'm Chris Paul, you know what I mean? With a good hairline and no bald spot. My job is to set y'all up. Y'all have this crazy amount of knowledge, and I made a concerted effort season 2 to like not talk about myself because I wanted to highlight how what y'all have going on. And I think people are beginning to resonate, and people have favorites, yo. Like people know y'all voices. To people y'all never met, know y'all voices, have favorites, always know that like y'all have a character, so to speak. And that's crazy. And that's the goal that I had, is for people to get to know who y'all were. And it's beautiful to see that thing, I'll be having recaps of like, yo, when y'all talked about boom, boom, I was like, yeah, I resonate. But when y'all talked about this, I didn't really care for that, but it gave me a new perspective. And I was like, right. Okay.
I got that a couple of, yo, y'all young boys this, or yo, y'all. Like my recap perspectives, like a lot of my mom and my dad, like, yo, we ain't do all that. Like,
you be shedding light?
Yeah, like, and some of my stories and stuff, they be like, oh, you act like you was raised. I'm like, I ain't act like I was raised, no way. I'm just telling a story that actually happened. That's it. So,
Yeah, like it's two sides of the story. The truth and y'all's. And I'm on the side of the truth.
Yep, that's it.
Let me transition a little bit to business as usual. How have y'all been? We've been off for a week. We had to take last week off. We had to take care of some business, but we wanted to get back at y'all as soon as possible. But Zoe, tell me how your week was. What you had going on in your world?
I was busy, man. Just dealing with new opportunities, sites, and then trying to finish up construction in the new house so I can move in. So I finished my shower, which I still don't got no shower doors because they've been trying to rob me. So
you just out here butt ass.
I tiled up
the water hit the floor. Like
thank God for another bathroom, right, and another shower. But
what you say about?
You got multiple bathrooms.
Thank God for the beach house.
That's next.
Yeah, stained and decked stained the floors, sanded and all that, and then we moved in on Saturday. So I'm just here trying to do room by room, man.
So do I have to buy sheets for my room, or are you gonna provide?
Now I got the spare. You know the guest room. You get all the main room.
That's true.
Shit, like,
Yo, that's true. You get the whatever we moved on from.
That's your shit. We bleach.
The first time in my life I had ever saw like Ralph Lauren sheets like in real life was at Zoe's mom's house after they kicked him out of his bedroom and made it into a guest room. Yes. I was like, oh, people buy these sheets. That was crazy. But James, how about you? How was your week?
It was good. Winding down with the current job, which is a blessing at this point in time. Past my
blessing is a euphemism for money.
My licensing exam,
you do it?
which is good. I've been studying for the SIE, Securities Essential Exam, so I passed that, fortunately, and that's really it. Now, just kind of hoping that we get to closing for the house July 1st. We got a couple inspections done. We got the appraisal done today.
Okay.
So everything is moving forward, man. That's really it.
Oh man, I love it, man. I love it. I love to see that y'all are growing and grinding and, you know what I mean, making these big investments. And I just, like I said 2 episodes ago, no more hotel fees for me. I just don't know if you understand. Isn't that the benefit
of having rich friends? I love having
rich friends,
man. What? Yeah, I'm coming into town.
Let me blow up mattress.
Let me borrow Ben.
I got the blow up mattress for y'all.
Borrow Ben. You gotta go to James for that.
Yeah.
Shit.
No.
I forgot part of my week. Part of my week was helping my good brother CE Zoe out, hook up his phone to his Bluetooth to listen to music.
Time out. See, I hate when people don't tell the whole story. I had it.
Bro, he was like, it won't work. I can't hear my music.
I just didn't do the music.
So I'm like, what's this red tooth you be talking about?
Yo, I thought I had it, and then I was like, okay, I could take the calls, but why my music not playing right? And James was like, bro, I was like, damn.
Nah, so like we listen to music on Bluetooth, but I talk to you on Sabretooth. Which one is it? I'm not sure. I'm
about
not
to go to
sure.
Five Below and give me an aux cord.
Your phone better not have an aux cord available.
Nah, I got the 11.
That shit literally took me probably 10 seconds.
I felt so stupid, yo. I was like, yo, whatever, yo.
You was mad at him after he showed you. Like, yo, shut up.
I loosened it for you.
Yeah.
Man, I showed you how to do this. I just want to see if you knew.
Kev, how was your week, man?
It was interesting, man. I have a new appreciation for gymnasts, essentially.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
yeah.
The Simone Biles type?
Yeah. Actually, last week we had actually just took a quick day trip to go catch them compete, and yeah, it was actually interesting. You know, it's her last go around, and you know, she wants to like be able to see her in person before she retires after.
Oh, she wrapping it up?
Yeah, after this Olympic year.
Wow. Oh, snap.
That's wild. Yo, Olympics retired at 22.
Yeah, she's only 24.
They start when they're 14, though. Like the gymnast.
Sheesh.
But I definitely have a new appreciation for that sport and those women that actually came out there and did their thing, man. Just learned a little bit of a lot. And, you know, like I think the most athletic people in the world are probably them and track athletes, in my opinion. It was cool, man. Got to, like I said, got to learn a little bit of a lot of just what they go through, their training and the actual, just the small events that they participate in. It was a good eye opener. I was actually inspired to be 100 with you when I came back, man.
Oh, that's dope.
I took my training level to a whole, and I was like, man, I got to be able to like, but it was cool though, just because like, you know, they do a lot of like core stuff and that's just their focus and stuff and like, be powerful and explosive. I was really into just watching.
They be Aki too. So
yeah.
I mean, they core BI, but they be Aki too. They're like,
no, the core be everything. That's what gets them by, you know? So like, it was cool, man. Really, to watch her in her own element. She was a gymnast in high school, and like, it's kind of.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she actually has an interesting clip last year, bro. She hit her like a tummy tuck, which was kind of like, wow, you still can do that.
Oh snap! On grass?
Nah, actually, she went to like a gymnast studio.
Oh, with the bouncy floor joint.
Yeah, and she was able to like really like, you know, to take it back to the elements, like me going to a rec league and playing basketball.
Still had it.
Like, yeah, I was like, man, I might have hit the lotto. We might have some
right. Olympics 2048. What's good,
man? But it was cool. It was a good experience.
But I'm gonna let Jux's League in on a little secret. I mean, we all know if Kev say he's inspired athletically, that's a big deal. I single-handedly witnessed Kev decide to run the New York Marathon and was like,
that was wild.
And didn't train for it. Did not train. I'm like, yo, son, like, you serious? He ran. But nah, you bodied it. You was paralyzed for the next day, but you bodied it
for like 10 days, bro.
You bodied it, bro. Like,
you know, shout out.
I feel like he was like, yeah, I ain't feel it till like mile 18. Like, what?
I wouldn't have made it 18. I would have did the Jeffrey off of Fresh Prince and took the cab.
You ain't lying.
I can't do it.
Yeah. No. At the time, man, it was just more a mental thing. And thankfully, I was like mentally capable. I don't think I would ever do it again. I told everybody, they were like, would you do it again? I'm like, never.
Bucket list.
Yeah, that's all that was.
Yeah, where you at this weekend? Like, yeah, I'm at Kev's race. Or where Kev racing at? The New York Marathon? The what?
Yeah,
you ain't know?
That was actually cool.
Yeah, man. So if Kev says athletically inspired, it's a big deal.
He meant that.
Mr. Pulpit, how was your week, man? What you got going on over there?
Well, the week started off rocky. It was a rough chain of events, but it got better, man. It's been getting better since the end of last week. I'm just grateful that I have good friends, to be honest with you, man. Good friends, solid family to kind of help you get through the stuff that just comes up. But man, honestly, because I was in Jersey for a little bit, and since I've been back in Boston, it's been great. It's been a cool week so far. I'm learning a lot at work. I'm learning how resourceful I have learned to become over the course of my career. Like things that would have had me like
scrappy.
Stressed. Yeah, it's like things that would have had me stressed or pissed off. It's like, all right, well, how can I figure this out? Who can I contact? So that's been really shining through over the last few days. So far so good this week. I know it's just right now it's Monday. Y'all hear this on Friday, but so far so good.
I mean, I'm hoping for 3 of y'all the week gets better because Father's Day is Sunday. Yeah. So I hope y'all get your macaroni ties and your art, your finger art. Tie. Right. Because that's
can't wear nowhere.
Nowhere. Just wear it in the house. Mm-hmm. Can you? Okay. Yeah, I put it on. I did. Did you take a picture? No.
I took a picture in it. I take a picture in it.
You got to get this shit off me. Yeah. So I'm actually very much proud to announce, I made a decision to work out 21 days in a row, starting June 1st. If you're hearing this, that will be 18 days straight of going hard. Whether it's, you want to know a secret, yo? I've been doing the Peloton most of the time, and then halfway through, I'm like, let me switch it up and do some like other home workouts. You know what's been busting my ass? The small hit workouts that are like the simplest task: jump up, jump back, throw your hands up. It's like I'm at a rap concert. This shit's busting my ass. Yo, I'm like, I know that I'm better than this, but I'll be having a little Theragun on my quads.
Yeah,
like, yo, man,
that shit's magic right there.
It is.
I hate that. I don't like. I mean, maybe I use it too powerful, but it makes my body itch after like I apply.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, nah, yeah. They punching you.
Nah, bro.
Throw some grease on.
Nah, just
no. I know what you're talking about, Kev.
It makes it feel really wild. But shout out to you for saying that. I also want to drop a hint of health today. This month is Black Men, or not Black Men, but Men's Health Awareness Month of June.
Okay.
So shout out for you for taking that initiative and kind of seeing.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's something. I had a conversation with somebody downstairs in my building and talking about working out, and we were saying something, and somebody was like, yeah, I work out 3-4 times a week, and I was like, yeah. I'm thinking to myself, it was asking me like how often I work out. I'm like, I don't, like I should. And they're like, why? And I was about to say something. I was about to say, then I was thinking, why the fuck don't I? And I had to remind myself, like, you tripping, dog. Like, I have been letting myself not indulge for so long that I'm like, nah, I'm tripping. Like, I got to get back to who I am. I had to prove to myself that I can go 21 days straight and eat right, just to make sure that I knew who I was. I can't look myself in the mirror and be like, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga.
But yo, you used to have the excuse. You never really was big on working out, but you was like, we played ball so much that you.
Yes.
That was the counter to that. Like, you're like,
And then COVID took basketball from me. Yeah. So it's like, all right. And it's not like a body image thing. To me, it's like, I have to prove to myself that I can do what I say that I think I can do. It's like, I can't look myself in the mirror. If I said I'm going to do 21 days in a row and I get to day 14, I'm like, nah, I roll out of bed like 6 a.m., hop on this Peloton, do this hit workout, get right to it. So I'm happy that I'm actually seeing it through. So that's pretty exciting. And my dad comes out here this week.
Oh, he comes out. He making
it. Yeah. So if you're hearing this on Friday, he's already here. So he's going to be here for a couple of days.
Mr. Donnell?
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be here. Get him some sun. Get him some Cali weed. He'll be straight.
That's cool, man. Happy Pops is coming out there to catch up with you.
But
I'm actually planning on catching up with my Pops this weekend too, so we'll see how that plays out. I got him cologne. He doesn't listen to the pod, so I could spoil his present.
What y'all getting into? He's gonna kick it?
Yeah. Try to, catch up with him, see what he's thinking.
Cleveland, what you gonna do with your dad? Buy him a cello?
Nah, I don't know how I'm a top. My dad's birthday was in March, and I went down there. I like snuck down there to surprise him in March and bought him this pair of sneakers that he's wanted for. My dad is not into sneakers at all, but the only pair of sneakers that he loved are the Jordan 11s. It's the only pair of sneakers that he ever loved. So I picked some up for him and gave them to him for his birthday. So I don't know how I'm gonna top that for Father's Day.
I mean, just so the listeners know, you can't just pick up Concords. That's one. You can't just pick them up. They have a release timeline. They release probably every 5 years, if that. Mm-hmm. And you can't just pick them up. And the ones that I'm sure the ones that you got, I got those 2 years ago, which means the price is going up.
Yeah.
So it costs a little bit. It costs a little, but you know what? It felt good to do it because like this year, here you go. This was before I even got the job. So, but this year, man, I just told myself, man, I was like, I want to do something big for the people I love. Like, I want to get them gifts that I know that they really want. Right. And so far, I've been able to do that. So it felt good to give them that.
You should get them a sweatsuit or like a little track, like the Jordan.
That's hard
to complete it. Yeah, to complete the cycle.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You'll be killing it in the grocery store.
He already took a pose with him. Hold
on, let me guess. Did he put the right foot? He put the right foot out and the left foot back.
No, he was just posted up in front of the TV with the little wide hand.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The wide hand.
The wide hand.
Look at the wheels.
They keep spinning.
Yeah. So, will you be getting a gift for Father's Day this year, or is your daughter too old to care about you?
Nah. She went shopping the other day. She don't know that I know that she went shopping the other day. But she was mad obvious with it. She was mad obvious with it. So yeah. She picked me up some with her little buddies. So I appreciate it.
That you gave her, so you buy yourself.
Nah, she earns it, bro. Like I don't listen. She got chores to do. She know the drill. You get money, you spend some, you save some, you give some, and then you do what you know what I mean. So
I love that.
Yeah, man, just the right mentality.
The same time that Kev's daughter is going to be in the Olympics is the same year that I have mine, and then we can talk about those parenting tips that you're talking about. It'll be some time. Speaking of dads, James, will you be getting a Father's Day gift this year?
Oh, I got my gift early.
What you get?
Oh, we can't talk about that. But
go ahead, hello.
The laugh said it all.
Nah, he cashed out all right. Boy cashed out. I told you using all 48. He using all 48 of his minutes and 6 fouls.
Oh man.
Scuff mark still on the floor in James' gym.
Oh, he was.
That's why they call it. That's why they don't call him Jim for nothing. Word to Jazz.
Oh Lord,
terrible.
How did you know work? Let me stop.
Man, let's get
adults,
into.
Right? We adults.
We are.
Shout out to you though. That's what's up, man. I'm happy for you, man. Other people out here in the world. Be sweating for love, you know what I'm saying? Be sweating.
We on the Lil Wayne albums at the Drought 3.
Word. I had to propose a question, man. Do I need to get a substitute? Do I need a? Is that what we need to do?
Listen, I told Jay, is it me or is it a conspiracy?
Oh shit.
That was funny.
Like stunt double. Where do I recruit a stunt double? Stuntdoubles.com. But yeah, we're going to dig back into our week in review. I wanted to kind of go back to some of our favorite moments. Like I mentioned, our first episode, the title was Vulnerability. So we kind of hit the ground running pretty hard. But do y'all have a favorite episode? And to follow up, the second episode was Dear Black Women.
Mm-hmm.
So like
we went crazy in the first two, yo. Like
we did. If you new to the fam, I'm gonna need you to go back. I'm gonna
advise everybody to go recap the first like 5 jump offs because we did what we are, like guys that just face the fire. Like we jump right into the fire. We ain't warm up with no nonsense. We
not at all.
Straight for the jugular, hardcore topics. We not afraid.
Yeah, just like James. We left it all on the floor. We ain't warm up or nothing. Snap pants.
Yep.
No
more warm ups. Get straight to it. Pound Town. Let me stop.
So funny. Everyone's like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. What are they saying?
They bro code.
Go to Pound Town. You got switch to SW.
if we can get somebody to remix Pound Town to the SWV joint, that'd be fire. I'll start first, man. I think last time I said Dear Black Woman was probably my favorite, but Let's Get Married was a good one, yo. Like,
Let's Get Married was a dope episode.
Let's Get Married was a good. That's episode 5. We really hit the ground running for sure, and I really think that some of our superpower is the fact that not only are y'all married, but y'all can articulate the things that make marriage important. We even talked about like marrying the family in that episode. I remember Zoe talking about, what it's like to because Zoe, you were fairly young when you got married. How old were you? 26? 28. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's certain aspects that you don't know about. And happy spouse, happy house. And James was like, I don't fuck with that. Like, okay, my bad. We both should be happy. Okay, brother, I get it. I understand. I understand.
No, it was the happy wife, happy life, and we said
a happy house, happy spouse.
Yeah, that's
right.
Right, you gotta be included in this because if I ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Yeah, I mean you can't that's just wrong. That's why I always hear it or see these like memes or whatever talk. Well, you got to please the woman got to be happy. And this, nah, man.
You see what happened? They getting mad over the cater to you joint.
Oh my God!
That's the most recent joint.
Wait, what's that? I don't know about that.
The Beyonce Destiny's Child "Cater to You" song.
They're trying to cancel that.
Now they trying to
cancel that song.
They trying to how you do something that's like a decade old, like more longer.
No, it's way older than that. It came out. It came out in 2004. I remember.
Yeah, so almost 20 years.
Oh, that's why I didn't even know about that.
Because of the lyrics saying like they like slavery and supposedly
what?
So that's what I said.
I'm canceling Bills.
Right. Somebody said that. Somebody said it's amazing how y'all want to cancel this one, but not Bills.
Right. Scrubs I ain't paying your automobiles. Out of here.
Automobiles.
That's what I mean, though.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, Jay. I was just gonna because we're talking about cancel culture. So I'm gonna say, I did say Black Woman was my favorite, Dear Black Woman, but I'm gonna say All Falls Down was probably the next favorite for me.
That was a good one too.
Yeah, because we talked about mental health in that, and it's prevalent today, and so is cancel culture is prevalent today. So we were ahead of our time talking about how cancel culture shouldn't be an opportunity to give people not a chance to grow and learn. The only way you learn is by making mistakes. So I think
we kind of ill, yo.
Yeah.
We kind of ill. Like that was episode 7 for y'all who not listening, because I forgot that All Falls Down was about cancel culture and mental health. Yeah. That's episode 7, bro.
We ain't know shit then either. We were still rookies.
We just knew that our chemistry was going to get us, our knowledge base, but also the chemistry that we had was going to make it so that people feel like they're a fly on the wall.
Well, to us, it's like running a program, like how we used to. The only thing that we was missing during our early episodes where it felt like we were running the program was Alejandra saying to piggyback off and then speaking for like 25 minutes, like your man. Shout out to Big Sis, but yeah, that was the only thing that
that's not a piggyback. That's a whole horse, shorty.
Yo, people hate that term to piggyback. Don't in corporate America too. Like when you want to meet it to piggy, don't do that.
Because you're just repeating it. Like time is of essence right now. You're just gonna say the same thing.
You gotta have your
wait
own
for you
ideas.
to say something new, and you don't say anything new. It's just like.
Have y'all been watching? Like anybody got time for your shit? Have y'all been watching NBA on TNT?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Kenny keeps telling Chuck that every time Chuck brings up a point, is first of all. Yeah. So Chuck would be like, well, first of all, Jokic had 7 rebounds, but also first of all, it's like, yo, how many first of alls you gonna have?
Sometimes when all your points hit, they all deserve a first of all. They all hit hard.
Like they all hit stupid. Yo, he said, Charles always talk about first of all when it's the 4th, 5th, 6th of all. Like,
yo, I hate Kenny's run to the screen. That joint looks so unstable, yo.
Kenny look hurt.
Oh my God,
look like it hurt.
That joint looked like I just keep waiting. I'm like, this is not gonna go well.
What's the opposite of pigeon toe?
Hit each other. Like he running.
Eagle toe
touching.
He's like bow leg, knock knee, and he's like all 3.
Them joints are just clanking together.
You gotta think about it, man. He was a player. He's knees are worn out, bro. So I mean,
they ain't supporting nothing. I could see it.
Yeah, for sure.
He must have been playing some Chuck Taylors because them things.
Shut up. Nah, that would be his ankles. He'd be wheelchairing it.
Nah, this is him right here.
Yo. I go by the name. I'm Pharrell.
That's the knees.
Yeah, his knees is grinding. All right, Kev, that was a good episode. All falls down. James, how about you? What's your in retrospect? What's your favorite episode?
I like, because those were heavy moments, right? So I like, kept it light with that Thanksgiving, and to tie that back to cancel culture, we got to cancel VAR out.
Yo, VAR's about to get
almost
excommunicated.
On the bench.
If we want to keep it real, I'm not sure if y'all watch High on the Hog on Netflix.
I watched
it. And what did they say? They said that y'all been eating sweet potatoes this whole time, my brother.
It don't matter.
Yams are only grown in Benin. Benin. So
I did watch High on the Hog though.
So I need y'all to give me. I think I'm owed an apology if we keeping it politically correct.
We wasn't talking.
We ain't talking about Africa. We talking about American yams, nigga.
I like sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes.
Nah, that's not what
we talking about. American yams, not
American yams.
Thank you very much.
That was completely disrespectful to the culture, to black folks, to grandmas, to everything.
James, I want to put it in my pocket. You just seen Boomerang in 2020. You can't talk to me about no goddamn black card.
and Strictly Business.
Right.
I seen Boomerang before. It was before 2020. Strictly Business was new. That was new. That got me.
Yo.
Who was this Tommy Davidson guy? He's pretty funny.
See, this is why if James, I didn't do a good enough job when we lived together because we was always working. Nobody was ever home. If we were living together and we had idle time, he would have been.
Oh, hold on. Was y'all working or was y'all? I mean,
that's after you come home from the job.
That was the stress reliever.
Yeah, you work 15 hours straight or some wild double shift just because.
Then put a cool 15 minutes in.
Ooh, go get you
Uncle Ben's minute rice.
Yo, that was the episode. Yo, but talking about back to the yams. Can I tell y'all I want to agree with James on this, and I'm gonna let James continue with whatever his other favorite. But that moment for me is like the screen blew up, yo. Like
all
when
at
I
the same
listen
time
to my
too.
Radio speakers while we yell so hard, like
yo, I kind of feel like we jumped in the middle of it though, real quick. Yeah, it was a hilarious moment, but for those who didn't see the episode, right? Like if you didn't see the episode,
Thanksgiving,
like we were naming our starting lineup of Thanksgiving foods. The lineup that's on the bench, and then we cancel some in the beginning of the episode too. So VAR was saying that yams are not in the starting five, and that yams are on the bench. So that is when
episode 24
blew up. Episode 24. I don't think I've met anybody that agreed with that.
No
sentiment.
I mean, jeez, guys.
And then Kev tried to put macaroni and cheese on the bench on the low.
Don't do dairy, bro.
We couldn't let it happen though.
We ain't talking about your special diet. We talking about your cultural diet, your real diet. What you grew up on. You ain't grew up on that. You grew up eating that block cheese in the joint. Let it marinate.
Special occasions they could come on the court. You know what I mean? Got to have like that mac and cheese and lobster type of vibe. You know what I mean, I may entertain it.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm just saying, we're gonna go.
I respect it.
Yeah, Kev like macaroni and cheese. That's Trenton, but the lobster macaroni and cheese. That's Hamilton.
That's Hamilton.
My favorite part of that episode and that moment specifically is. I don't know whoever had to record anything on Zoom, but to get everybody in unison on Zoom is impossible. We could never recreate that.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
that was a dope moment. That was funny.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So and then second, my second one was a little more serious. Was the networking one. I thought we kind of gave some real good tips on the power of networking and the best ways to utilize it, try to benefit yourself as well as helping others. not just taking everything for you. That's just not what networking is. But I thought we gave some great tips. So, definitely if you haven't listened to that episode, definitely go back and check that one out.
Episode 31, The Power of Networking. All right, so it's on you.
I would say, I definitely will go back to the Thanksgiving jump off. I like fun stuff, the TV show joint. I'm still kind of tight about. I really haven't quite gotten over that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised that that hasn't been a reoccurring theme because I don't know how we got out.
That shit
Yo,
up, right?
I literally just rewatched. Like I'm on season 5 of A Different World right now. Rewatching.
It's a fire show, man.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a fire show.
Every time I put it on, my wife goes to the other room, but I love it.
I think it's a accepted fact that Martin is the best black.
I don't think so.
It is, bro. It's impossible for you to say that.
It is a standard fact.
Yes, this is like not even. It's not an opinionated comment.
But I feel like we could say that. It's like I kind of agree with Cleveland. I like Martin, but it's just like same thing with Hennessy. It's like it's just a thing that we all just accept. It's like it gotta be.
I would say Martin's a Hennessy. Like you're supposed
Martin
to like.
Was Henny?
It is.
You're supposed to like
bro.
it.
Damn, Martin is
good one,
Henny.
Kev. Good one.
Nah, but when you watch it, like you drink Hennessy on the rocks by itself, you don't like it. It doesn't taste good. You watch a few episodes of Martin, them characters come out. If you're not holding your stomach, yo,
cause you drunk.
You actually don't like the first sip, but then you start to like sip a little bit more, and then you start to like it, and you ask for another one, and it's like, I'm here now, we lit.
Right. Give me a cigar.
But not only was the punchlines funny in Martin, but he was animated.
He was animated.
Like my kids, they don't get all the jokes because some of it was too mature, but like they get some of it, and they see the mannerisms and laugh just off of that. Even if you don't get the joke, they're like laughing off of like, yo, he's silly. He bouncing off the walls or doing whatever. So I would say that, I will also say, I forgot the name of the episode because I'm terrible. But when on the more serious, when we had our conversation about the police, I think it was the
we had that too many.
See No Changes.
We had a lot. I See No Changes was probably the first one that we had.
Was that the one we expressed our experience? That one?
No, that's Black is Beautiful. We were talking about when we realized we were black.
Yeah,
that question.
That one, because
and that's episode 9. Okay. Yo, our first 10 is some bangers, bro.
So, heavy hitters.
Yeah, here he goes shouting.
I know. Trying to
subliminal shit.
Another inside joke.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's that little Wendella guy here. Relax,
suckers. But I think that's important to me because y'all know who I'm militant. Like I'm just. It's important for people to express like, yo, y'all not the only ones who go through it. Even y'all brothers in the hood, we love the hood, we love our people. And yeah, we went to get education and everything else, but that don't change. We couldn't change our skin. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, don't ever think, oh, we lesser than or anything because nothing is changing with our experience. Whether we got a suit on or whether we got Tim's on, we going through the same thing with that when it comes to that, the grander society. And then I would say like on I guess the end on the light note, as I always do, I would probably say the tie for me would be habitual line stepper.
I just listened to that again. Talking about boundaries.
Yeah, that and before the internet. Remember when I told the story about my mom called a girl back when she left a voicemail on my.
Oh my God!
Like that's still like, it's crazy to me, but. That was a real thing that actually happened. So
I remember when Zoe said he hate all black-owned businesses.
I did not say that.
Too.
I did not say that.
That was on the Protect Black Businesses episode.
I said the services of
that was in February, y'all. That was the first episode of Black History Month. That was episode 29.
I was Uncle Ruckus for that episode.
You definitely was.
My bad. I don't. I'm a black business. I can't do I just said that. I got one black friend. I'm him.
Yeah, you are him.
Yeah, but those are mine. Like, it's so many because we have so many one-liners. And even up to Wendella, like that's like, and James talk about and Kev memory spank bank, like yo, I listened to that one and I laughed in the car by myself like an idiot. Like,
Hold on, Kev said that was disrespectful.
That was disrespectful.
Because I know, whoever the little coins was in the bank probably felt some type of way that James brought that up. So
whoever's coins was in the bank.
the penny change, the chump change and all of that.
Yeah, it ain't worth nothing. They ain't worth their weight in gold. They ain't worth their weight. All right, Cleveland.
Man, I feel like everyone took mine. I like the fact that even during everything that happened in 2020, that we had 2 episodes that were focused on like spinning things in a positive Black experience. So at the end of the Black is Beautiful episode, Var, you made like a observation during the episode, like everybody's story about the first time they realized they were Black was negative. Like you didn't ask like about negative experiences being Black. You just said, when did you realize you were Black? And then all of these negative stories came out. But by the end of the episode, we were talking about how being Black is beautiful and we wouldn't trade it for anything, especially in 2020. I think that was a powerful message. And then we started season 2 with Black excellence.
Right.
Like, I just think that's just so dope that like we found time to like bring positive attention to our lived Black experiences and highlight how great it is being Black in America, while at the same time sometimes it's difficult doing that. In terms of the fun episodes, man, I think I probably laughed the hardest
Water to Wine.
The Thanksgiving episode, not the Water to Wine. Thanksgiving episode, and then the Black sitcom episode when we started just running through all of those characters and Kim and Professor Ogilvy and all of that. Like it just brought me back to growing up watching all those shows. So
you make a great point, because having for us to accentuate our pride in being Black while being Black is under attack is in itself a juxtaposition. Like, how do you find the beauty in the struggle, so to speak? And I think that we all are very blessed. And I remember saying it a lot in first season. We're all very blessed to be in the position that we're in. Also, to have all of our GPSs work properly. We all are operating with the idea of like, we have goals in mind and we kind of steer clear of that. I am the first person to remind us that's not everybody. I remember my dad and my mom used to say, you got some really good friends. And like, you know it, and then you grow up and you're like, these niggas be out here tripping. Thank God for my crew, because man.
Bro, when I moved, that's when I think that's when I really realized it. When I moved out here and I'm like, there's nobody like us. It's here.
Hard.
Like, and this is no offense to people up in this area, but I didn't run into too many that like that. And I gotta say, my pop kind of called this low key when we was in the hotel room in Mexico when I was getting ready for the wedding. My dad kept talking about. He was like, "Yo, y'all have these conversations? Y'all sitting here talking about business infrastructure and yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is like what we normally talk about." We wasn't putting on. He was in the room and he called it. He was like, "Yo, that's not normal." He was like, "I was so impressed." So I felt like he felt something brewing in 2019 as well. Have just put the hammer to the nail.
And that's the beauty in how we mobilize it. But when we were in person, it didn't take much. Like, you're trying to do X, Y, Z. Yeah, let's do it. Because the person who's recommending the thing, we fuck with them. So it's like, yeah, for sure. Let's go. I know you're not going to steer me wrong. Another episode that I feel like is fairly recent, but we talked about memory spank back. The sex episode probably has the most laughs for me, son.
Sex episode was
episode is hilarious.
Shit. That was a good one.
It was. It's just, as I'm looking at these, I'm looking at the titles of the episodes now, and like us tackling pride versus ego. Can men and women be just friends? Was a banger too.
You know what? That's interesting. Like, I know when we tackled that, I know we all had different perspectives, but even like when can men and women be friends, right? It's just like, I speak to some people, and I know we all had different perspectives, but some people that I speak to about it, that conversation that comes up like randomly, and people make it sound like it's a thing that you can't do. It's so taboo. And I'm just thinking like, man, it kind of speaks about the relationship that you're in, low key. Is like, how, I mean, not necessarily, I'm not going to say that. I just wanted to say that. It speaks about, to me, just when I hear people say like that can't be a thing, it's like, well, what's the underlying issue? And that's something that needs to be addressed, like whatever that underlying issue is. And maybe it's not important to have a male or female best friend or friend or somebody you want to be cool with, cordial with, whatever. I just think it's interesting that we were able to discuss that, but I hear that conversation randomly come up, and it makes me reflect on that conversation that that episode that we actually had. So I'm happy we actually had that, because I like the fact that we kind of were able to address it too.
And the fact that it's 5 of us, it kind of offers a different perspective, because I like when we don't agree on everything. It wouldn't. Yeah. What would a podcast be if we all was like, yeah, we feel the same way? It's like, nah, it's whack. That's super whack. But the fact that we dissected the Can Men Women Be Friends episode, and y'all had opposite sides of the spectrum, but we also found our way to like the center of like, I mean, shit. If Shorty don't allow you to have female friends, just say that. That's what it is.
Right.
I'm not allowed.
Right. That's cool. If you was a horn dog, like if you can't tame your mans, then just say that. That's fine.
Right.
I ain't gonna look at you no different.
Yeah, it's funny. Y'all talking about your favorite. I just went into one that I thought was a favorite of mine, but I like how we categorize different moments of what we'll consider favorites in different categories. We stratified that. And I like Yo Baby Yo for the idea that it really allowed people to understand how this bond actually came into its form, and kind of gave people a little bit more understanding and insight, in our commonality. And I like that episode for what it brought to light, what it kind of allowed people to really understand.
And that might have been one of my favorite promo reels. I just thought it looked dope, like aesthetically, the feel.
That shit took forever.
I thought it was just fire. It was fire.
I have fun making that joint, but the interesting part was the promo is more memorable to me than the episode. Like, I probably will overlook Yo Baby Yo, but now looking back, it's like we did dive into our origin. We got to do another one of those. Not Kappa related, but like,
I mean,
digging in.
I don't even think we went in like we could have or should.
Because you want to talk about Byron K. Armstrong on the pod.
I don't anyway.
Edward Giles
Irving. You know he said his name like that.
Edward Giles Levi's Grant.
Levi's Grant.
I'm like, but yo, I just thought about the Urkel effect. Like
that was a dope show too.
Yo, I think about that shit was kind of funny as hell because we was we've experienced that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and expressing that was crazy.
Is that the episode when I said I got curved a lot?
Yes,
it was.
He was like, I used to curve a lot.
Try not to laugh, Cleveland. I try to keep a straight face for you to show you like.
I wasn't hurt though. Like I was.
I know you weren't. I'm just saying, like, I was trying to normalize.
I was just sharing my story.
This is my story.
I would just share my story.
We've all been curved, man.
James fell out.
What?
We haven't, James. You have not been curved.
Falling out the chair.
What? Man, everyone's been curved, man.
Nah,
everybody been curved.
I mean, they fought, but whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the end of they lost. I mean,
never mind. I was about to blow something up anyway.
Here you go. Go ahead. You might as well if you want to do it.
I was about to say, I remember when James thought he was about to do something and got curved and threw me out of you.
Huh? Oh, I remember that. Hold on. This song don't got nothing to do with it, but I just want to play it. Remember this night? The night
we lost.
She was 2 times.
Yep.
I'm not going.
I got it.
He's fucking slow.
Yeah,
I was. Yeah, no, that happened. That bastard. I'm talking to you, though. I'm talking to you.
I know who you talking to.
Yeah.
I want to paint the picture, but I can't. But I just remember James engaging in action, looking at Zoe like, "What, nigga?" And Zoe was like, "We'll see."
It was so sad, yo.
And Zoe seen.
All you saw was this. For all y'all on this episode, I want y'all to watch the YouTube because it started off in the club where James was on some right? And then at the end, it was me with the window light.
Yo, that's the part. Like I was in my car looking sad. Like, yo, what the
He took the pack home.
Thanks for your pregame.
Bro, I was like, yo, what just happened? This is wild.
Yo, but this crazy part, none of that was like I never was that wasn't planned on my part. That was the individual. I had nothing to do with that. I was actually minding my business because y'all know me. I don't do that. Like if they claim or if something going down, I'll fall back.
Man, that's been our
but who
forever. Let them.
But who are you? Who are you not to give her a ride home? You know what I mean? Like who are you?
Yeah. See, I was Uber prior to Uber.
I had a passenger seat all empty, waiting.
Oh, you cleaned the car out and everything. He put some extra air fresheners in the whip and everything.
Nah, in the car waiting, listening to this.
What's interesting that you bring up is that we all used to drive our own whips to like a situation.
No, I didn't. Speak for yourself.
I knew Bar. I ain't want him to. I was like,
I mean, I was going to keep it in the tuck, but
I said, you got to talk about that. That's the growth.
It is. I gotta like, yo. What time y'all scooping me? Like, nigga, we not going your direction.
Remember, that was an episode one-liner. Chevrolet.
Oh. Chevrolet was funny because it's one thing to look back and be like, damn, I was broke as fuck, bro. But I feel happy in the fact that we all had a lot, but we all was missing one thing. So we all like complete each other. Like, and I never felt less than at that time. I kind of just felt like it was just part of the crew. I just had no car. That's it.
Yeah, they got one. Oh, well.
I had the crib. It was fine.
Facts. True. Yeah, Kev, we definitely all had at some point like Var, you did remember I remember when I was Turo before Turo existed.
Oh yeah, you was.
When I had at one point I had 2 cars for like 3 weeks span. I had my old car that I didn't junk yet, and Var had to put $5 gas in it every time he drove, even to TC&J. But he was rocking that while I had my other car. He was like, yo, I'm taking another. I'm like, all right, do you?
Took me a half hour to get 3 miles. We was in that thing.
Because my shit would not go over like 50 at that point. It was, listen, man, you're not supposed to be speeding everywhere.
Edgar's Crossing was Route 1, nigga. That shit it took forever. Yeah, I mean, get on in. You know what? Should I stay? Nah, fuck it. I'm just gonna take you back. Take about a half hour to get back to Ryder. There's no big deal.
Yo,
no big deal.
You know why though, Bar? You know how they say timing is everything, right? You wasn't supposed to have a car at that time. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the times you did wild shit happened. Like, remember the time I was coming out of the townhouses and I called you like, yo, you left?
Yo, my God, bro.
No, I'm still here. I'm like, no, you didn't, nigga. You left. I said, I'm still there, Var. Your car is not in the parking lot where it's at.
Townhouses for a long time.
Listen, man, listen. All I know is that Var shit got towed. They hit the nigga with the his expiration for the registration was at like 12 a.m. and he got him at like 12:01.
Yo, son, I went to the parking spot and did this. If you want to YouTube, you can see. I went to the parking spot and did this.
You looked around. You looked around the parking spot.
I drove back to campus. I'm like, oh, I guess you left already.
That ain't the only time. That same car in my act with a different girl on campus, I got a boot on my joint.
TC&J police was notorious.
By Abe.
They were for
James
students.
Got a dad too.
For students, like this happened to Woody. So we students, we have parking passes to park in certain decks. His car was parked there. He wasn't driving it because he had to go back home and take it to motor vehicle to get their new registration. Yo, they towed his car because it wasn't registered, but it was parked way in like the 3rd or 4th deck, a random spot. I'm like, how did they even know?
Yeah, they was praying.
They was running tags.
I felt bad for y'all. Y'all was Ryder. We was just ripping them. We was like Martin episode. Like, I get a ticket, rip it up.
Yeah,
but the TC&J police were like UN Township police essentially.
Yo, I got
going down.
My license suspended like 2 or 3 times messing with TC&J cops. Whatever I was getting from TC&J was not worth for my license being suspended. I'll tell you that.
You know they revamped that whole like police.
They need to have a class action. All y'all get y'all bread back because
the white students parents were starting to complain, and they like revamped all the entire thing. They got a new police chief, all of that stuff because they would like students were just being harassed.
It was predatory.
Yeah, they know they got no bread, and they think this game was effed up. James damn near went to get jumper cables and got put in a box. Like,
I remember that.
Y'all ain't saying nothing. Man. When we talk about the library with the oh
my God, he came in there.
Yeah. But they used to harass me though because I had tint windows and it
was
like
and the thumper
thing. Yeah, but it was just tense, man. It was a cold winter, and I had to put them down.
I remember that.
I remember that.
Ice chips driving.
It's like, yo,
it's annoying.
Y'all doing too much.
That's crazy. You definitely had to ride with your windows down on TCNJ's campus if you had tents.
Like, and that's supposed to be a safe haven, the campus. You gotta, got. Yo, Kev, I got that phone call that same day from the library that night.
That was wild.
Like, I was right next to the boy.
I need help.
Yeah, that was wild. Yo, we're going too deep. We're going.
Can we send a PSA like to the College of New Jersey? Like we got 2 graduates of College of New Jersey. We appreciate y'all, but like y'all owe some money. Like y'all owe these brothers.
Put that on Zoe's tab. Maybe they can talk to Shorty that owe you $6,000. Maybe they can.
Can we class action lawsuit this shit? Can we? Have you been on? Can we class action this shit?
We had to live through it so that the students that are there now don't have to suffer.
Paving the way.
But getting back to the pod, is there anybody or any amount of folks that y'all want to personally thank that's been like rocking with us, gave you some insight, gave you some ideas that like, 1 year in is major, but like I know that we're only as good as the people who support us. So I'll start because I got a few written down. Definitely want to send major shout out to Tiff, my girlfriend. She's been rocking every week, giving me notes and everything. That's been like, oh, okay, all right. I appreciate it. My man Darren, my boy Joe, homie B in Atlanta, Jazz, my Tyree Barnes. Tyree's been rocking heavy too. He's been on the live. He's definitely been letting us know how he feels about it. That's just a few of the people who's been like rocking like almost each and every week that's been letting me know that like, nah, I see what y'all doing. I appreciate what y'all got going on and like keep going. So shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, just most recently, I'm gonna shout out Maricu Ice. He kind of gave us a super shout out.
For real? Yeah, shout out to my man.
He actually liked what we're doing. He's the one that told me that this is Var's show. And
damn, after I just co-signed what Kev just said, make me seem like I reached out like, yo, this is.
I mean, it's cool. But I definitely give him a shout out. My wife too, she listens like faithfully just to say that she listened. I'm not sure she's listening, but playing in the background somewhere.
Right.
I get chimed up every once in a while from random folks that come out of nowhere. And there's actually people who tell me they listen that I never expect to listen.
Yeah, man.
You're like, oh, that's a thing. That's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so shout out to the people that I can't remember.
Oh yeah, Rob, your cousin Rob be hitting me every now and then too. Rob, you let me know that like, yo, I'm tapped in. I'm like, for real? I didn't think Rob had the stamina to listen to an hour and some change.
Shout out to Chapo. Yeah, man, it's interesting, man. I mean, we're doing good quality work, and we appreciate the support. I appreciate the support. I can't speak for everybody, but you guys keep inspiring us to keep pushing. So it's love.
So we mentioned it earlier, but definitely shout out to you, Var, because it's your podcast. We just shutting up. You know what I mean? Nah, but all jokes aside, definitely shout out to you though, man. I just want to say that again. And then I shout out my wife, similar to what Kev just was saying. She's big on podcasts now, so she'll have it playing in the car.
Okay.
As she's driving, she got like a 40-minute drive to work, so she get a good portion of it going to work. I think
my wife says Jess is beautiful. By the way, just a related message. She says, yeah.
Thank you. I'll let her know.
James, no, 48 minutes, all 6 fouls.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, that's and then of course, and there's a couple people who I kind of kick it with. That mess with at work. Couple black folks knows a little bit of us. So I tell them about it, and a few of them listen to it too. So that's kind of cool.
That's what's up, man.
What's
I love
up.
that.
I got like what's surprising to me is there's a generation that listens to us. They always catch me off guard when they tell me they listen to an episode. So my dad, my father-in-law, and my cousin, who is my mom's first cousin, so like my parents' age, all last week were telling me about how they listen to the podcast. Like, yo, I like what y'all talking about. I like what y'all doing. And I'm like, oh, that's dope. I never would think that they would listen like faithfully like that. So I love when I hear my wife listen when she starts fussing back at us, like she's in the room. I think that's my favorite thing to listen to. What are y'all even talking about? No. Like I love it. I love it. So I got to give a shout out to my wife for letting me take this time every week to do it. And then, man, like, you know what? Like, it's a lot of my family members, to be honest with you. Like my cousin Jasmine, my younger cousins started a podcast because they listened to our podcast.
Oh man, that's dope, man.
Yeah, man. So they're starting a podcast. My cousin Jameer, Aaron, and Avery. Well, little Aaron and little Avery, because there's also a big Aaron and a big Avery.
Y'all generational names.
Seriously.
Bro, like, yeah, everybody names their first son after them. So like when you go to like a family event, it's like, oh yeah, we talking to Sean, Big Sean and Little Sean. Like,
yeah, I was
just like that.
That's definitely the case.
Yeah. Oh,
big window, little window, man.
I wasn't going to even say it. But yeah, man. So yeah,
Lil
shout out to all of them. Oh, and shout out to a lot of our frat who be listening. Let me know if I'm stepping on your toes though, because I feel like Zoe has some in the clip. But we got a lot of frat that be listening as well, like Kawan G. He be hitting.
Yeah, G be tapped in.
Tapped in. So man, shout out to all of them.
And shout out to Craig Hindi, specifically.
Craig, Hindi.
Hindi be tapped in?
Sometimes.
I feel like I don't know if he got the stamina. Okay.
He'd be up in the whip in the back. They got the background. He'll catch something like, oh yeah. That's good. That was good.
What y'all say I did? I did that.
Yeah, that was me.
Go ahead, Zoe.
That was my turn. Okay. I would say my parents, because they like, my mom was giving me good critiques and here's the ideas and you guys should do this and structure it this and maybe you take too long to do this, that and the third. So it was like great advice and constructive criticism. My dad, because he just laughs and supports and he's just like in awe, like, because he watched our growth. Like,
facts.
Yeah. Like, it's just cool hearing y'all. Like, I remember y'all was 18, 17, 19. You know what I'm saying? So in his mind, like, yo, this is amazing. My cousins, my one cousin in Seattle, his name's Corey, and then my other cousin, James, in Delaware / Maryland on the borderline. They listen, they comment, they text me stuff here and there. They got on the live when we had the live. And I definitely want to say for frat, Follow 5 is my brother Gabe, because Gabe will listen and call me like, and he might be maybe an episode behind or he got to catch up, but he'll be cracked like, yo, y'all crazy. Like, he'll call me and be like, yo, y'all was hitting with that one. They're like, I get it. Like, Gabe he gassed me up like, yo, we doing the right thing, because he's randomly listening and it just happened to be like on time for whatever he's going through or what he's talking about. So it's like, appreciate.
Oh, we hit like a sermon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the juice from the pulpit poppy, but
maybe.
But yeah, I would definitely say that most of my one aunt in South Carolina, she's in Fort Mill. My Marcella, she watches the YouTube. She likes to watch, like.
Okay.
So she's like one of like 4 views that we got. I'm one of them because I watch it. I'm the same way. I'm a visual person. I like watching it because it makes me feel more in the room. Obviously, I'm in the car a lot, so I do listen.
Tiff is a YouTuber now too. She watches us on YouTube while she's doing her work. But she usually listens to us on the phone.
What's funny is when you hear the laugh or the explosion of whatever emotion, they like to rewind and then look at the facial expression of who said what and whatever. So my aunt definitely and there's a couple of other friends from high school and college and stuff like that. But that's my crew. I want to say thank you all for listening.
Like we said before, share us, man. Share us.
Please.
Don't keep me to yourself.
Yeah,
I know there are many.
Tell them, Var, this is community box.
It is. I know there were many of you in my past who wanted to keep me. Sorry about that.
Oh boy.
Oh Jesus.
Now you can share me. Go back to doing what you know.
Now you can share.
How we
Now you can share
originated.
They were sharing you back then. That was the problem, bro.
No, that wasn't a problem. If we can get into. Oh, okay. They didn't want to. I'm about to say, don't tell me it wasn't.
It
I wasn't
their
honest. They
problem.
knew.
It wasn't your problem. It was
They
their
knew
problem.
that. They knew that I was on borrowed time, my brother.
Borrow.
I am here only for tonight. I have homework to do tomorrow. Got some files to give.
Terrible.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, man, I just wanted to make sure we got a chance to thank folks who have been supporting us this entire time. If you are a supporter and you have lasted this long to hear your name, DM me. So we might have something special for you. You know what I mean? Give you a little T-shirt or something.
Run DP.
Just to make sure that y'all know how much we appreciate y'all. Our budget is about $35. That probably is one shirt, but you'll get something.
Y'all can share it. Send it to each other.
You can share it.
Yeah, this is our shirt. I'm just wearing it on my back. So yeah, we wouldn't be the same if we didn't, shift gears and get to your favorite segment of the episode. And it goes a little something like this.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Hey yo, Zoe knows this. Zoe knows that. Zoe light skin. Zoe stay
They'll
black.
stay black.
Yo, can we find out like what episode was that we released that? Because that reaction was funny too.
I can find it. I
don't even remember when, but I remember James.
It was James in the back.
What? Told me, what the fuck is this?
Like, yo, ain't nobody tell me. Anyway,
No,
that's a
that
classic
comes
too. So for Zonos, I'm gonna, my routine. If it's some bad news, we're gonna get out the way, and we're gonna get to the good news towards the end, or funny news if it's not good per se. There has been a craze with these mass shootings. There was like a few over the weekend. 6 dead, 38 wounded over the weekend. Mass shootings. And in total, 270 mass shootings in 2021. And we only 6 months in.
Crazy.
So
Stay strapped.
it's crazy, pretty much. Like, it's nuts out here. Keep your head on the swivel for everybody, no matter what state you in. People just out of pocket all the way around. So pandemic got everybody wilding. Then there was also, this one bothered me maybe because of what's going on now, but I guess it doesn't affect that region. But there was a 6-year-old little black boy who got shot in the arm by a neighbor, an Asian guy, whose little boy was riding. And this video footage, you hear the shot and you hear the boy screaming, ow, 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 ow. And the other kid, like, I think he got shot. Like, it sounds crazy. He's just saying, ow, ow, he shot me. Like, 6 years old, bro. Like,
that hurts my heart.
The neighbor came outside. This is in Michigan. Came outside, threatened the kid with a little bat or a pipe or something like that. And then the kid was just riding a bike, but then hit the grass, rode on the grass. And then the guy shot through the window. He didn't even come outside. He shot through the window and hit the kid. And the kid is alive. He lived. I can't do the parents on TV. Like, I'm trying to figure out why he shot. Bro, I'm not talking on TV. Y'all, I'm talking through a cell. Like, y'all know that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it. I can't relate to that. It's not my MO. It's nothing you can explain to me. We're not having that conversation. I'm not asking for no justice, forgiveness. I'm actually taking my own at that point. So I don't understand it, but that's something that recently happened. Y'all might want to look it up. It's wild. But the reason why I say it bothers me is because I thought everybody was, the Asian hate thing. Like, what we're supposed to be protecting our Asian brothers and sisters. And
Right.
This is kind of the sentiment that I had when it first dropped, and I mentioned it in the news weeks ago. Is like, I don't want to be insensitive, but I don't necessarily feel the obligation the same as everybody would like me to because of stuff like this, where it's like everybody hates black people regardless, but you want our support. So it's like kind of weird on that. But that was the two things that's crazy. Next we had it was a fight week. So we had the Mayweather fight, which was more like a sparring
Exhibition, sparring match.
Anyway, I got my $50 back from Comcast. Showtime.
Yo, I knew I wasn't. Or I was like, man, I'll catch the highlights on this. Like the highlights will be just as exciting as watching.
Yeah, Instagram tell it all anyway. You already know that. Like so I did. That was crazy. The actual undercard of Ocho Cinco fight, that was a good fight. He was actually holding this down. He got hit in the 4th round with a good shot.
Knocked
down.
Yeah, but he didn't get knocked out. He got up quick.
I heard he won.
He tried to shake his hand after he got knocked down. It's like, oh, that's a good one. That's how you know you got hit. All right, let me give you that.
Yeah. So it was weird, but he was chipping him the 3 rounds before that. So in my eyes, he won the fight. 3 rounds to 1, and the 1 only because of the point from a knockdown. Shout out to Ocho Cinco because he did his thing. I think he only had like 5-6 weeks of training too, so he hasn't been like training.
Ocho versus Science.
Yes, and then there was a Shakur Stevenson fight over on Saturday. That was pretty good, solid. He's just a clean looking fighter. I like watching him fight. He's from New Jersey, so shout out to Newark's own.
Man, I wish he would I was like watching that joint with my wife, and she was even like I feel like he should be throwing like swinging more, and I'm like yeah, exactly. He just kept throwing one punch, but he was hitting the dude with the one punch, and I'm like, yo, if you just throw 2
combo.
Like, my dad used to tell me like when he taught me how to fight, he was like, he was like, when you put your dick beaters up, you always throw 2 punches. Like you put your dick beaters up, always throw 2.
Why you call them dick beaters?
I don't know.
We know why.
What else you beat with?
Oh yeah,
what you mean?
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You going mobile, man. When you going mobile.
Niggas is ambidextrous out here. I'm on here.
niggas LeBron.
That threw me off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right lefty, but I play righty.
Ken Griffey Jr. out here.
Yo, he said ambidextrous.
Always protect yourself.
Put them both up.
That nigga boxing southpaw tonight.
Because the right hand is the fast hand. You got to hold the remote. You got to hold the remote and press last. Press last.
But yeah, man, he wasn't throwing enough punches.
Hold on.
I'm like, God damn it.
I wasn't saying nothing. I was just laughing.
I had to let it runway for you if you wanted to, and you wanted to join in.
Yo, nah, I'm gonna let y'all air dry on that.
I was gonna bring up a different topic on the fighting thing. Y'all saw that MMA fighter who started speaking in tongues after he won the fight?
Nah.
Can we see that joint?
I'm about to look it up.
Yo, that joint was hilarious. He was
look
like,
after you finish Zone
I'm not doing it now.
I was just making it a part of Zonos, just with the fights.
I'm gonna have to look at it.
That was my first MMA fight that I actually watched, to be honest. Like, I don't even get into it, but it was just on, and I just caught it.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that's ever caught my ear or eye was homeboy that won, Izzy Stylebender.
Oh,
he's the one
like that.
He black. He looks like me when I play basketball. Skinny like that back in the day, but he be fucking dudes up.
Oh, for real?
Nah, he be killing. But I think he used to do another sport. He transitioned to MMA. Talk big shit. Skinny dude, but just be killing dudes, yo.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Was that the last fight? Was that
like Saturday.
Yeah. He's very talented, actually.
Yeah, he's nice.
Well, speaking of fights, the last on Zonos was the official crackhead fight, the Lamar Odom versus Aaron Carter. That shit look like something I see at the traffic light in New York. Like you look left, like, oh, they out there.
Remember?
And he was sagging. How you gonna sag?
There was tell me that shit wasn't like the old school celebrity deathmatch cartoon.
Oh, yo, that's accurate. That's accurate.
This is not politically correct, but around the same time as the Smack DVDs was out, there were these DVDs called Bum Fights.
Yes, I remember that.
Bum Fights.
Bum Fights. Yo, what the fuck was going on back then, bro? Like, This wasn't cell phone footage. This was like camcorder.
Yeah.
Dudes recording bums fighting, but it had volumes. Crazy.
Yo, I'm watching the highlights from this jerk right now. First of all, Lamar
bad.
Odom was getting chipped all in his
Yo.
face.
Just
But his little
stood there.
dude,
He
he just stood
he probably was
there.
high.
And
Dude
he
was
literally
jumping up,
is sagging his
swinging.
boxing trunks, bro.
Yes.
Like that can't be.
It looked like he just came out to get the paper, and then somebody got into a fight with him. Like he went to go take the trash out.
No, he took the fight because that's what his name is. Lamar owed him. He owed somebody some bread.
Word
That
up,
was-
yo. That definitely was on some.
man, he
I had
knocked
to
him
do a
down,
deed because I owe bread. Like,
Yeah, he was
that
getting
shit was like
boxed
a bum
up.
fight. That was definitely some wild shit. But then he caught my man with the little lift.
He did. He caught him a little stiff left, but nah, that looked crazy. He shouldn't have done that.
He
That's a
should.
good idea.
For 50 racks.
I would have did it.
He got paid $50,000 for that fight.
I'm
That's
guessing. I'm guessing.
Oh.
It was at
Lamar
Atlantic
Odom
City.
got paid $50,000. Is he?
guessing.
Did he lose all his money?
I mean, I'm
he's
sure.
not really. Nobody's. I mean, are we paying that
Can you
much?
Bro,
spend
he
that
made
much money
millions
on
in the
crack?
NBA.
Yeah, in the NBA, not like
Crack
to
cheap.
see him
You
fight.
can't spend that much money on crack.
Shut up.
Crack is whack. Crack is cheap.
Anyway, that's how I wanted to end on a good, funny note while we watch that crazy ass fight that ain't make no damn sense.
Oh, Kat, did you want to highlight anything else in terms of Black Men's Health Month?
Yes.
This Men's Health Month.
Yeah, not necessarily, but I will say, shout out to you for taking it on a 21-day challenge, and for folks that want to participate and figure out ways that they want to motivate themselves. First thing I think you should consider is a goal. Write down a goal. Write down like 1 or 2 or 3 goals and make them realistic for yourself. Make them attainable, and try to measure it and be able to measure the goals. And then analyze in your mind, like, what are some barriers that get in the way of you trying to accomplish those things, and just kind of like put that down on paper and look at it and really try to address strategies so you can achieve your goals. And lastly, I'll say find one person or 2 or 3 to hold you accountable. And if you look around in your circle, there's no one that can hold you accountable. Find some new accountability, find some new friends. That's it, man. Just trying to keep it going, man. The thing about health, I would say, I highlight low key, because I'm wrapping my head around it, is just age successfully. It should be the goal for us all. Be mindful of this world out here, trying to add stress to your life, which is, counterproductive for our health. So just try to find ways to, prolong your life, man. You're only good as your health, and health is wealth. So keep it going, keep it moving.
Talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that. All right, Zoe, boy, back to you. Bring us home to serenity prayer.
We're gonna close out and ask God to grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two.
Evelyn, would you mind closing my podcast with some sweet sounds?
Yo, I started working on this poem. The other day. I'm gonna drop it right now.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Let me see if I can remember.
To
Let's see
it.
if I can remember. All right, here we go. Yeah. All right, here we go.
No, you gotta start with oh yeah.
All right, it's like I'm stuck. It's like I'm stuck on Instagram, looking at content that always leaves me discontent, while I'm conned into being convinced that I'm less than the next man. See, I just be on the internet posting with friends, but every day he's on the internet posting his bins, and it got me thinking, maybe he just flexing, trying to get a chick. He probably withdrew all the cash out his bank account just to take that pic. Or maybe he about to tell me all the tips to getting rich, how I can do it in 7 steps, or maybe even 6. And then I don't got nothing else after that.
That was hard.
That was dope.
It was hard. And you talk about you, Zoe. That's crazy. He said the bands. I thought about Zoe.
I've never posted it. Nobody knows I have it but y'all and the people that listen. So
What made you just be writing bars every now and then?
Bro, yeah.
Who inspired that? Who inspired that?
I don't know.
told
Like, I was
y'all
literally
he used to
driving
rap.
to the grocery store the other day, and I started talking to myself, and I'm like, everybody always talking about posting content. You got to post content. But I'm
Right.
like, but content leaves you discontent.
Yeah, man. Talk about
That's
it. People
kinda
out here crossing lines for Instagram flicks. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's wild. Yo,
Wow,
like,
bro.
when you look at Instagram, it's like some of these people, like people's moms and aunties, like twerking on Instagram, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, you're doing this for
You
likes
don't have to do
and some
this.
flat tummy tea. Like, it's wild. Like, if somebody told you, I'm gonna give you some flat tummy tea, and you can say it's a sponsorship, like all you gotta do is twerk, and you 40 years old. That sounds
twerking for a promo code. That ain't it, shorty.
That ain't it.
Yeah,
That ain't it.
Instagram turned us into savages, man. It's unfortunate.
It's wild.
I seen this joint where this girl was saying that she's the chubby girl, like, and she was just like, she was nowhere near chubby, dog. And it was like she's doing that to appeal to girls who may feel they're chubby, but she's
Body
nowhere
positivity.
near. Yeah. And it's like, no, what are you talking about? Like, what are you? Anyway,
it's attention.
If you out there, fellas, and you're go to your explore page and it's full of ass, do better, bro. Do better. That's all I'm gonna say. Just do better. And start liking some more basketball content. I mean, start liking hashtag Apple picking. Go that direction. But yeah, man, that's it. We'll see y'all next week for episode 48. Until next week, peace.
See you.
Peace.